really soon. That would be nice. Okay, pursuant to Baker's March 12th order suspending certain provisions of the open meeting law and the governor's March 15th order of 2020 imposing strict limitation on the number of people that may gather in one place, this meeting of Southborough Taxation Aid Committee will be conducted via remote participation to the greatest extent possible. Specific information and the general guidelines for remote participation by members of the public and or parties with a right or requirement to attend the meeting can be found on the town's website. For this meeting, members of the public who wish to watch or participate may do so in the following manner by finding the meeting at southboroughtown.com/remote meetings. No in-person attendance of members of the public will be permitted, but every effort will be made to ensure the public can adequately access the proceedings in real time via technology. In the event where we can't do so, despite our best efforts, we will post on the website, on the town's website, audio or video recording, transcript, or other record of proceedings as soon as possible. So with that, Brian sent around, I think it's April 7th meeting. Yes, okay. So I'll make a motion to approve those unless anybody else has anything.
I think we have one small correction.
Okay. How do I do that? Should I just go back right into them and fix it now?
Yeah, go right ahead. Liz, it's that I don't ever have any great ideas, as Brian indicated in 6. So I think you might just want to say suggested something because no one else.
Oh, hell. It was a good idea. Okay. All right. Okay. I'll try to watch my adjectives. I do get a little excited. Okay. You're right. I'm just reporting the facts. I'm not supposed to be putting in my thoughts. Okay. Amended. I removed the word great. Can we approve them?
I'll second
to
it.
approve. Yep.
Yes, aye.
Aye, hell aye.
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 Jeff,
Okay.
aye.
Oh, hey, you're here. Hi. Okay, great.
Hey, Jeff.
Hi. Nice to see
Hey,
you.
Jeff.
Hi, everybody.
Hi.
And the pooch.
So I know, trying to keep things under control over here. So, Brian, do you want to update the group on the meeting we went to last week with the trust?
Sure. You can interject if I say anything wrong or miss anything. So we met with Nick and Bill Boland, who were 2 of the 3 trust members. Unfortunately, Sue Wood couldn't be there, but we sort of explained, where we stood with the applicants and how many we had. And, we really wanted to leverage some funding from the trust committee with them. And they seemed pretty open to it. I mean, I don't know if we suggested 250 or they suggested 250, but
We did.
We did, okay.
Well, Nick had heard about it before because he's come to some of our meetings and talked to all of us, but I don't think Bill had heard about it before.
Right.
It was like
Right.
new to him.
In my opinion, my thought was that they kind of thought it was a de minimis amount or a minimal
Totally.
amount. Yeah,
Totally.
and they, without guaranteeing they would do it annually, they pretty much, again, Elizabeth and me described the candidates and how long they had been in town. And, I sort of mentioned that this is different from some of the applicants that they get, because they get people that sometimes are renters, sometimes that haven't been in town, young people, old people. They just get a very more diverse sort of application crew than we've got. So, and I think that appealed to them. I think they, both of them realized that these people were longtime residents who wanted to stay in their houses. So, and I know Liz mentioned, how much money they were bringing into their income versus the taxes they were paying, and sort of that level and how much we could help with that. So I don't know. At the end of the day, they were open to it. They fully supported it, and I was happy.
Yeah, we basically asked for 250. So we said we were going to do 750 from the Taxation Aid Trust. What do you think of 250 times 9? And it sounded like they have like a, if I heard this right, like almost like a $500 a person.
500,
de minimis, like
right.
where they can kind of do whatever. I thought you did a nice job of stressing to them, like, you know, we're not making the assumption that you'll do this again next year. It will be a year by year. The only thing, actually, I tried to call you the other day, and I'm sorry, I think we played phone tag. The only thing that I found like a little bit off-putting was that they were saying that, you know, they help with lots of stuff. Like if you need a new refrigerator. I mean, like all kinds of needs. And I was kind of like, yeah, but do people know? Like, back to the point we made before about how all the folks on our group could be taking advantage of other things through the town and aren't, probably because they don't know. Do they know that exists? And then something we used to talk about with Arthur when, you know, he was living was sort of like, well, there's a lot of pride in asking for help too at any age. So part of me was kind of like, I just didn't want to give them the impression that, you know, some of these applicants could also just call, because I'm thinking like, how often does that really happen? I don't know, Brian, you're involved more, aren't you? I mean, does that really happen a lot? Are they doing a lot of like, you know, you have a tree hanging over your wires, will help you. Are they doing that kind of stuff?
They have in the past. I think the trick
Right.
though that you mentioned is they were really, and this kind of helps us because they've always had a more of a favor. They always favored helping like seniors who've been in town a long time. It's just, and I agree. I think that's a good thing. And they've always sort of favored that, which
Okay.
is great.
Yeah.
But the problem is, and we have found this on this committee, that a lot of seniors do have an issue coming forward for assistance.
Yeah.
They just don't like doing it. And it becomes, it's hard. It's hard to get the word out there and get them to bring them forward. So, you know, they've run into some of the same problems we have in just making people aware. We're trying, but it's, you know, we've got to find a better way of distributing the information somehow.
So could they be, or should they be on this document that people are working on, or is that kind of like, because like at the end of the meeting, they're like, okay, well, great. And then Bill was like, well, this is going to come from the such and such fund. Because I forgot that they're made up of tons and tons of different little funds inside the trust because people passed away and their will said X or Y. And so they really, I mean, it seems very overwhelming to me to manage. Well, this person's will says we can give to children, and this person's will says we can do this or that. So I didn't know if it would be appropriate to include them as a resource or if that's not what
I would recommend we use them as a resource. Absolutely.
Okay.
Well,
Okay.
that was one question I asked a while back. If there was a specific fund that every year we could tap into, maybe it would say for the well-being of people of Southborough. You know, it can be as general as that. I mean, the well-being obviously is keeping someone in their home and paying taxes. So, you know, I don't know if they have a list of the actual trust funds and what they you know, how they're distributed or who they're supposed to be distributed to. But if we could target one of those funds and say, every year we would like to approach you and use that fund to supplement, you know, our fund. That's what I would like to see, and make it a little more permanent.
More formal.
Yep.
Is that public information, Brian?
Yeah, I do have a list of their funds and a small description of each one. So I'm more than happy to distribute that to you guys.
Okay.
Oh yeah, that'd be cool. Okay.
Yeah.
Because like it did seem like by the time we finished with it, and it was like less than $2,500. I kind of got the feeling they were like, "Oh, is that it? All right, great." So in the back of my head, I'm like, well,
Yeah.
okay, so maybe we could do this again, or we could do
Yeah.
more.
I got the same feeling.
Okay, cool.
I think you start low and then let them, you know, come back to the table, you know, following years makes it easier. And they don't see it as a big hit. You know, they see it as a good way to continue on with this. So I have no issues with starting on the lower side, and then, you see where things are for next year, and maybe there's a little more money for us, and they're willing to give a little bit more also. So,
we can always apply again next year to the Foundation for Metro West. There's, that's what they had told me when they called you. We can always apply again. If anything, I think we have a more compelling case each year because we have more of a track record of history of help. So, yeah, cool. All right, so I think if you guys all agree, I think we're ready to vote on the $1,000 with $750 coming out of ours and $250 from them. Brian will do the mechanics, but
I just deposited it just happened to be today, the check was issued for for our fund. So I deposited it. So we're good.
cool. So should we make a motion to approve the $1,000 grant for the 9 applicants?
So moved. I'll move it.
I'll second it.
Awesome. So I think the only thing left to discuss is
I think we
Brian's.
have to vote, though. No,
Oh,
we have
sorry,
to
we
take
have
our
to vote,
formal
right.
vote. Yeah.
Sorry. So
So you just
all
say-
in favor say aye, or raise your hand.
I
Aye for half.
Aye.
am.
Aye, Liz. Okay, great. Motion approved. The letter, which I will restrain my adjectives, but I did think it was a great letter. Does anybody, do we need to discuss the letter? Do you want to discuss the letter?
It's up to if anyone has any comments or we're good to go or.
I thought it was very good.
I have.
I've gotten 2 phone calls from the pool. And this happened last year too. They were just wondering what we decided. So it'll be really nice to be able to tell them.
And then what were you saying earlier before we started? Were you guys saying that that Sam is still working on that brochure?
Yes.
Cool.
He stopped in Tuesday maybe or Monday. Monday, it was tax day. He stopped in Monday and just told me he was still working on it. Oh, and I don't know if I told the group, just to keep you updated, that we are looking for a spot on the front website to have a citizen, I haven't decided what we should call it, but like a citizen assistance center or something like that.
Oh, yeah.
And
Awesome.
then, all the assistance programs we want to get under like one. If you notice, the front website has like a special area of like 8 important things, and they really kind of jump off the page. And I'm trying to find one of them we can retire and replace it with this, because I think this is more important, to be honest. So I'll keep you updated on that. It's getting a little sidetracked because of town meeting, but we'll get there.
Brian,
Oh,
on this
yeah.
next,
Right. I see where you mean. Here, the Citizen Action Center on the left.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
There's an electricity one that I think we might be able to take
Yeah.
over. But I have to get the powers that be approval.
That makes
Brian,
sense.
are we going to send out when you send out the tax, next set of tax bills, is there going to be a little flyer again in there like we did it 2 bills ago, 2 bills ago? This past bill did not say anything except the back of it again, like previously. Are we going to keep trying to do something in the future to put something in there to make it a little more prominent, to try to get donations, or?
Sure. If the committee would love, would like to do that, I'm happy to help it, help it along.
I mean, say
I think
something
it's a good
to the
idea.
effect that this year we were able to offer, maybe we'll say from our funds at least, the $750 support to 9 different people, just so as people get their bills, they get an idea what this is used for. If I'm donating, where's it going? Okay. Rather than just say you can help people, it gives them some idea. We've done something this year. We've distributed some money. We've helped out 9 people. All right. I mean, I kind of have that problem with the sort of the trust funds. They're kind of a mystery to me. I think most people in town don't even know what they are. And I think many people still think of the taxation aid is, what do they do with it? Who gets
Right.
it? Where does it go? So if we could keep trying to remind people about that somehow.
So we could take a copy of the letter and I could email the Myself Borough blog writer again and ask her if she could slip in an article. About, we could also go to this selectmen's meeting again and update them. It's been a couple of years.
Mhm.
Um,
I think trying to get it in the blog and a little note in the, have Beth put something in that we were able to give these 9 people support would be a positive thing.
I might also stress that it's all funded by donations. Not a
Mhm.
single tax dollar
Right.
goes to this. Sometimes people feel like it's kind of like that that box on your income tax. Do you want $3 to go to the presidential fund?
Right,
Everybody
right.
everybody says no because they think it's coming out of their taxes. I mean, it's
Right. Yeah.
so I mean maybe to say, this is purely funded through the generosity of donations and not from any of the tax
Mhm.
dollars received.
Mhm.
Liz, would you want to coordinate that with, I'm just thinking, would we want to coordinate the timing of like a blog mention with the, like, going to the select? Wouldn't it be good? I think the last time we did it, it was like at the same time, like the blog and the selectmen were very close together.
she,
If I remember
well, I
right.
think she does a really nice job of writing she writes a lot about what's going on with this at the meetings. And I think that you're right. I think that we went and we told them that we were like revitalizing the committee. And then and then she wrote a really lovely post about it. Yeah, I'm more than happy to. Oh, so when is that election? I see these signs everywhere. When would the new selectmen come in?
11th, isn't it? Isn't it
The election is
Tuesday.
Tuesday? Yeah, Tuesday.
Oh, is it? Oh, wow, or tune in. So when would they start their term?
immediately.
Oh, so why don't we do soon? We got some turnover,
Yep.
maybe, or
No,
definitely.
Sure.
it's a definite. Okay. It would be a good thing to get something in the blog just about the same time tax bills come out too, later on, because people might see it in June, but they say, okay, now how do I donate? Or they think about it, if it comes out when the bills are going to come in August, Brian? They
Yeah,
seem to come
July.
every,
Yep.
they seem to come every month, but I mean, it's July. It's July that, if the tax bills are going out and then people saw it at the same time and they say, oh, this is how I can do it. I mean,
I'm happy to
'cause I
send
know-
you mine, Cal.
pardon?
I'm happy to send you mine.
Oh,
How else do you get the word out around here? I mean, we don't really have a newspaper per se. I read the blog. I've been reading the blog for years. I don't know. It's probably a good start.
I think it's mostly word of mouth for something like this. I mean,
Yeah.
the people who you're we're aiming this towards, I don't see them going on a blog to read mysouthborough.com. I think a lot of it's probably just word of mouth.
All right, then I think for sure, maybe.
But it's still a good idea to use. I'm not saying don't.
Oh yeah, totally. But I was just thinking. Then I think for sure we should present just a positive update for the selectmen because they can help with word of mouth.
I agree.
Yeah.
How do you get on their agenda? Do you send an email to?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know if you sent it to. I can ask who specifically tomorrow.
It's definitely before I officially moved over to using the Southborough email. I wouldn't even know where to begin to find that.
Who's the
Yeah,
chair? Oh, there'll be a new chair, right? I mean, if Brian.
Right.
Oh,
A new
speaking of,
chair.
I was just wondering if anybody else wanted to be the chair for a while. I don't really feel the need to monopolize this. I'm more than happy. I thought of it the other day. Please, if someone else would like to be the chair, I would be delighted.
Typically, once a year, you vote if anyone wants to change the chair.
Okay.
So we don't have to, but I mean, it just typically you do. And it's up to the board. I mean, I don't have any opinion on it, but
I would like to probably, I'm the chair for the Board of Assessor. So I wouldn't want to be for both.
Want to do it?
No, I wouldn't want to be for both. Is what I'm saying.
I'm happy with Liz.
I think Liz is doing a terrific job.
I'm not. I knew this was going to happen. Okay, I'm happy to do it. If someone else would like to do it, I'd be delighted to hand it over.
I think you're doing a great job too. But seriously, if you're tired of it or anything, let us know.
No, I don't want it to feel like I wanted to make sure it was fair and equitable. Yeah. So I know I didn't come prepared with this, but I know I put some stuff in the meeting minutes from like January and February up some stuff, maybe stuff Marianne, just some things we had said, let's deal with after we finish this. So I'll look back and see and maybe put them on the agenda for next time. And I was just going to say, I feel like we've just gone through a really busy time. Maybe we could take off June and meet in July or something. I don't know if we have anything pressing to do in the next month or two.
So basically skip 1 month.
Well, when I first joined, we met like once a year. Now we meet every month. We always seem to find something to do. So I was like, this might be a teeny tiny window where we could just like take a month off because we always seem so busy. Although we're not really taking a month off. Maybe we won't meet, but Brian and I will try in the next month to get in front of the selectmen and anyone else that wants to come. Are they still over? Is everybody still over Zoom? Does anyone?
Yes.
Okay.
Although that may be changing slowly in the next month or two, but yes, for now.
We've been meeting in the conference room.
Really?
We space apart.
Okay.
And it's been mostly wear masks, I think. Yeah. So we've been in their meeting and it's gone well.
I mean, we may want to think about trying to meet in person if everyone's comfortable. I mean, almost everyone in town hall is vaccinated. I could say that, but for what it's worth. But it's up to the committee. Yeah, we can try something in person.
I think in-person meetings are more productive and we can discuss things better than we can over Zoom. And
I agree.
I think there's basically 5 of us, right? I count right, you're 5 of us meeting. If we met in the conference room, you can, as Jeff said, space out. So I think I'm pretty comfortable with that by now.
Mm-hmm. We even had a meeting outside at the table in front.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, that's such a good idea. Yeah, sure. Really good idea.
We did try that one time with another committee and it rained that day, so we couldn't.
Yeah, that's a problem.
But it's a good idea. It's not a bad idea.
Yeah. I think Paul hates the Zoom. That's why we do it live.
Yeah.
Really hates
He doesn't know-
Zoom.
He doesn't
Does he
know how to
really?
connect to it.
He may not even have the link for all I
Oh,
know. Yeah. Paul's allergic to technology.
Yeah.
But
Okay,
no,
so, we typically meet, I guess we've gotten really off of this. We were meeting
Second Wednesday?
third Wednesday.
Third
although this-
Wednesday. Third.
So I'm all thrown off here. Well, you guys want to just pick a date, and then maybe we'll, if it's in June, maybe we'll be lucky and get to do it in person.
yeah, sure.
I thought you were skipping June. Are you doing June now?
Oh, sorry. Right.
you
Well, I guess if we're doing like the third week of the month, we would do end of June, and that would be like skipping May.
Right. I was thinking that too, yeah.
So that would be,
The 16th would be the third week of June, if it's a Wednesday.
Ooh, which day is that?
16th, I got it right, yeah. June, the first Wednesday in June is the 2nd, the 9th, and the 16th would be the
Okay,
third
I should be
Wednesday.
good for that. Okay.
That's fine.
Mhm.
okay.
Works for me.
Okay, we'll plan for that. Hope that it's enough weeks out. Hopefully, a lot will change between now and then.
Yeah.
Brian, you're gonna send the letters out this week yet then?
Yes, if that's okay by the committee, but yes,
Sure.
It's fine with me.
Fine with me.
okay. Away they go.
Do they come, do you use the town, what, like the town letterhead? So is that what, like it comes from the town? Cool. That's,
Yeah.
From the desk of Brian Ballantyne.
yeah, no, it's
No.
very official.
I
Yeah.
hereby
From
declare.
from the desk of the Committee of Taxation Aid.
People are gonna see taxation. That's gonna be a problem.
Yeah, yeah.
Rename that, yes. Awesome. All right. Well, here at 4:58, we can take a roll call and we can adjourn. Unless we're missing anything. We've done a lot of work, so it seems a little bit anticlimactic of a meeting, but okay. So we'll go around.
I
You,
adjourn.
dear Hal, I.
Jeff, I.
Brian,
Liz, I.
Okay.
thanks, everyone.
Great
Thank
job.
you.
Great job, guys. Thank you.
Thank you.
See you soon.
Thanks.
Hopefully in person.
Hopefully.
Hopefully.
Have a good night, guys.
Bye.
Take care.